So, Claire, we do a segment called Can Win and Can't Win, okay? And the idea of this segment is you want to fly as close to the sun as possible. So the idea is we pick 3 names that can win. We pick 3 names that can't win. The idea is for the can wins, you might be going favorites, which is totally fine. I think in the majors, it's a little easier to go favorites. For can't win, you can pick, Blocky if you want, who's probably not going to win. But the idea is you want to pick a top 20, 30, 40 player in the world that people are going to pick that you don't think is going to win. So that's kind of the idea of this segment. I think we lean a little heavier into the bigger names in these majors. Yeah. Patrick and I like to ruffle some feathers here. That's the idea.
Okay. Because I was like, I feel so mean. I was looking through it and I was like, that's so mean of me to pick someone who's not going to win.
You know what? It's not personal. I mean, if they do win, it's not
a motivator.
It's a motivation, right. Bulletin board material. Mm-hmm. You know what? The Cleveland Cavaliers are not winning the NBA championship this year. That's not to say I don't like the team. It's just they're not going to do it. I mean, it's easy to say now that they're down 3-1.
We're really trying to help them out.
We're trying to give them, if nothing else, a little bit to lean on a Monday, PGA week. So, Patrick, I'm going to start with you here on who you have as your can win. Who do you think's going to win? I want 3 names: Wanamaker, Sunday night, Quail Hollow. Hopefully, it's not raining.
Okay. I don't want to give the 3 names that everyone's thinking of. So my can wins are Patrick Reed, obviously.
I didn't know you loved this guy so much.
Golly, big Reed guy.
Us Patricks have to stick together.
Fair.
But you never mention Cantlay. I feel like you never lean into Cantlay.
Yeah,
You're
what's that
always
about?
Reed. It's rude.
Well, we'll talk about Cantlay.
Fishburne. I mean, who else we got? Let's go.
Fishburne. And then my third can win is going to be, I have no idea. Let's go with.
I like that you don't write these down. I write them all.
No, I'm watching the Myrtle Beach Classic right now too. So
it's a replay. It happened yesterday.
Don't tell me what happens. I heard the playoff was good. My last can win is going to be kind of out there. It's going to be Tommy Fleetwood.
Oh.
Or maybe Keegan Bradley. I'm going to sub no, Tommy Fleetwood out, Keegan Bradley in.
All right, so who are your 3? I feel like you only mentioned 2.
Reed, Bradley, and Xander are my 3.
3, okay. Reed. That's an
eclectic bunch.
Claire, I'm hoping yours are a little chalkier than that. That's out there. That's a pretty random group of 3.
All right,
like Keegan.
Here's mine.
I do like the Keegan pick.
Yeah, Keegan's good. I like Keegan. 1 is obviously Rory. 2, Colin Morikawa. 3, Max Homa.
Whoa.
Max is back, you guys.
Max
and he's
might
played
be
so
back.
well at Quail. Hasn't he won twice there?
He's won once. He's won once at Quail, but he's contended a decent amount, and he loves the golf course, obviously. Yeah, I mean, again, listen, would love to see it. Would just love to see him get in contention, play well again.
I would love to see it so much.
Yeah, I mean,
and then I want to give a shout out. Ben Griffin went to UNC. That'd be a fun thing, but we'll see.
Okay. Maybe you could put
shout out Ben Griffin.
It's more just a shout out.
Shout him out. Let's shout anybody else. Patrick, got somebody to shout out?
Sensation.
You want to shout anybody out?
Shout out to Harry Higgs right now.
Shout out Harry Higgs.
There you go.
I think he's going to win.
Shane, who's yours?
Goes back. By the way, goes back to the nickname draft we had on Harry Higgs, the big rig. I went a little chalkier. I think Patrick's going to hate these. I went Rory. Think he can win at Quail Hollow. Shockingly,
fair.
I went Scotty. Think he can win at Quail Hollow. Think he can win anywhere, but I need him to win a non-Augusta major this year. Mentioned that a lot. And then this one's a weird one to say is kind of off the radar, but it's a name I don't think you're going to hear a lot this week mentioned when people talk about this PGA potential to win. I think Brooks can win. I think the motivation coming off the Rory victory, now I'm tied with the guy, 5-5. This happened the last time he did it at Oak Hill. If you remember, he was just never mentioned. Nobody was talking about him. And then he went out there and did it against some of the best, biggest names at the time. They were playing some very good golf. So I got Brooks as one of my can wins this week at the PGA. Shout out Ben Griffin.
All right, so
shout out Ben Griffin.
Shout him out. Let's shout him out every time we can.
Brooks just clipped you misspeaking, by the way, when you said can't win by accident. He just clipped that.
You know what? And that's fine. Again, that's the point of this. If even if he uses the can win as can't win motivation, that's good. Now, this is the fun stuff. Claire, I know you're really nice. This is who can't win, who is not going to win this week. And you got to also understand this. 99.9% of the field's not going to win. So really, you're just actually leaning into the numbers.
Okay. I don't have anything written down for this because I felt so mean to write this down.
Didn't want to put it in print.
This is my I don't know what's the word when you're like, by the way, if you're seeing this and you're a player, I'm really sorry. Okay. I'm going to put Brooks there.
Okay.
Disclaimer. I know. And Brooks, if you see this, I'm so sorry. I don't know. I think that's kind of like a fun little hot take. He's not going to get it done, but I also think he likes to hear people say that. So maybe it's a little bit of like,
agree.
Yeah. 2 is Michael Block, but I want him to get another hole in one this week.
Okay.
Didn't he? Yeah, he did that at Oak Hill, right? I think that'd be,
maybe 17. Maybe he makes an ace on 17 on Friday to make the cut. What if he
does
that?
Straight PGA.
Yeah, because he qualified into last year from the finish at Oak Hill, and then he goes through the PGA Professional this year.
Third to not win.
I do like Blocky to not win. You know what? Let's clip that. Hey, Josh, clip that. Post it on every channel. That Claire said Blocky.
He's going to cancel me. I'm like scrolling through the field now.
Shane's describing what we do. He's like, yeah, top 30, 40 players, Michael Block.
Okay, Robert McIntyre is 3. And I'll tell you why. I want his first win to be his first major win to be the Open Championship, not the PGA.
I love that. See, that's a nice way to throw 3 names out there that are not going to win. Patrick and I, not as nice. Patrick, who's not winning?
All right, let's go through this odds.
By the way, it's so funny you scroll through it. I love it.
John Rahm, see you next year, bud. You're not
on my list. On my list. Not winning. John Rahm.
I forgot about him.
Ludwig Oberg.
God,
not
Patrick,
feeling it.
On my list.
Not feeling it.
2 for 2 on my list.
We're so simpatico.
We do this all the time.
Usually not a good thing for us either.
Listen, before you say the third name, if it was a book right here next to me, I would put $200 on you saying the same name I have third here. That's how confident I am in who you're going to say.
I don't think so, because you like this guy, and I just can't. I can't get there with him for whatever reason. Justin Thomas is not going to win.
Okay, that's not who I had. Not who I had.
Not going to happen for him. Why? It's just not.
Just
it's a good explanation.
I don't like the aura around here for JT. Bad
wow, good word.
He's never played well here before, especially.
But he likes it for Patrick Reed, which I love.
That's a great point. Well, maybe, you know what? Do me a favor as we're doing this. See how close the closest Starbucks is to Quill Hollow. Is there one like within 4 miles, or is it are we talking a 25-minute round trip situation? I think that's very close.
There's a guy one across the street from the hotel, so I could always bring him to him if needed.
A couple of refreshers, double Trent.
So just bring 2 every day,
What is 40 in Italian? All right, I got my third was Cantlay. He's not winning. I got Ludwig, I got Rahm, I got Cantlay, not winning. Claire, this is the part where you tell us who's going to win. Who is winning the 2025 PGA Championship?
Drum roll, Rory McIlroy.
Shocking. Not a lot of people going to pick him.
It's a super hot take. I know.
A little off the board. Patrick, mine's pretty far off the board as well. I'm going to go Bryson. I think it's going to win. As I said, I think he might win by 6. If he wins by 6 or more, would not surprise me in the least if he blows the field away.
Okay, 6 or more. You're buying the refreshers.
I'm on. I'll buy him either way. Buy him either way.
My pick to win. You're giving me Scotty, just like that. I think that's too easy.
You got to take Reed. You got to take Reed.
Yeah,
said his name 12 times here.
No,
Josh. By the way,
we do producer shots, right?
Producer Josh said there's a Starbucks 1.3 miles from Quail. He just looked it up.
No one else needs to show up now. It's over.
Pick him. 2 majors.
My pick to win is Patrick Reed. He is your 2025 PGA champ. We talked about JT's good form here, how that's not going to translate for him, unfortunately, for whatever reason. Runner up in that PGA. Patrick Reed. So
dunks it at 17 at Augusta. Is gonna dunk on him this week. I love it.
Yep.
Is there a sleeper? Patrick, you got a sleeper this week?
Yeah, my sleeper is going to be Keegan Bradley.
Okay. Claire, you got one?
Yeah, but I always kind of struggle with the term sleeper. Like, is Joaquin a sleeper?
I mean, he's never had a top 10 in a major. I think it's fair to say he's a sleeper, even though
Okay.
maybe his odds are a little higher. I think it's totally fair.
Okay, he's mine.
I'll go Mav McNeely as my sleeper this week. Would love to see him he's playing some solid golf.